Hello, everyone.
Hello.
It's been a while.
It's
It's
been
been
a long time. Been a long time.
how how
I was,
how have you been doing?
I've been doing good. I would have done better if you'd have finished my little riff right there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're
I'm mad
supposed
at
to
you.
do been a long, lonely, 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 but you didn't.
Okay, that's okay. Maybe next time.
Hmm. Maybe.
Maybe next time. So, my goodness, welcome to Red and Green the podcast. We're so excited to be back. Oh my goodness sake, it's been a busy few weeks actually.
Few
Very-
weeks. It's been a busy 6 months.
I mean, that's true. So, thank you, audience, for sticking with us and getting your messages. Hey, when is the next podcast going to drop? Well, we are here.
Yeah, I know. Well, and I'm sorry about that, but like school is a lot.
School's a lot, yeah, it is, and you're doing so well. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And so you are fighting through like a champ.
Thank you.
So great, great. So what's been going on with you
Well,
besides?
I totally just got ADD because I had to navigate my baby child to quit trying to be distracting to me and ADD me. So I'm sorry if I sounded like I was distracted because I was.
No problem.
I'm back with you now though. You say what's been going on with me?
Yes.
School. That's all. School, work, and a hurricane, and your birthday.
Oh yeah. True.
School's a lot though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not organized. I don't have my days down. Like, like I have a paper due at midnight, and I'm not done with it yet. That's unlike me. So we're doing this, and I'm doing my paper.
After
I
the
mean, I'm
podcast.
yeah
Oh,
after the podcast,
oh, at the
not
same time,
during
please.
it.
Can we not do it at the same time, please? Yes.
Yeah, that wouldn't be any good. But I
No.
feel like we have been everywhere at everything. We saw a Broadway show.
Yes.
We went to the opening of the Philharmonic. We
Yes.
went to um, the night before the opening of the Philharmonic,
Something.
whatever that was called,
Uh-huh.
gala.
Yeah.
We went to that. Um, we had your birthday. We had Broadway on Magnolia. We
Mhm.
had we had a lot. I don't know.
Yeah. It's been it's been so busy and so busy. So we're excited about. Oh, it's always good to be busy, actually.
I mean, I
Yeah,
could use a
we,
little less busy.
but we also found time to hit at the Epcot, and
We did do that.
so there's always good to try to work that work life balance in there, and be committed to that. So I think that's awesome.
We saw six.
We saw Six, a great show. If you have not seen Six, um, get around to seeing it if it comes to your city, your state here in Orlando. If you can get to it, see, it's a great show.
Because, and I would like to just state for the record, I'm dumb. I did not know that it was about King Henry VIII's wives,
Hmm.
and it is. So if you know about that, that will help when you're going into it.
I thought it was great. Well, we both did so, and the crowd was so enthusiastic and so into it.
Yeah, it was sold out.
Hmm.
I think it was sold out the whole time. Like
Or close
it played
to
for
it.
like a week and like two shows on Saturday,
Yeah.
and I think it was sold out on each one.
If
I
not,
think I read that somewhere.
if not, it was close to it because it was wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm. And so I
And then
thought
when you had Broadway on Magnolia,
I was so proud. All right, shout out to Orlando Choral Society. Wow, shout out to UCF. Wow, and shout out to Central Florida Community Arts. Just a great show. It's so much fun. And shout out to that wonderful audience. Thank you for showing your incredible support. Absolutely loved it.
I'll tell you what, and those programs look fantastic.
Those programs were fantastic off the charts. Um, I'm glad you noticed that.
Hmm.
Since you're the spearhead, the hands-on behind those programs. Uh,
No,
and- mhm. Actually, you and that my wonderful team. Oh my gosh, you doing the programs and Karen Oakman and Beth Bobo doing their help serving and the money. Just a great collaborative effort. Also, shout out to Florida Theatrical Association for your incredible sponsorship and making this all happen. Thank you. Just so
yes,
Just so
I
happy.
love them. I
Oh,
love
me
them.
too. They are just such genuine, beautiful people.
They really are.
I mean, they
They
really.
really, really are. And I don't like people, and
So
I love them.
I thank you.
I'm just playing, but
Yeah,
no, I do love them.
great, great, great.
Um, and then it was your birthday.
It was my birthday. Yes, and
Did you have a good birthday?
I had the best birthday I've ever had in my life, actually. And so it was absolutely out of all the years, I've just never, you know, just have never that stuff has never happened to me. In terms of first of all having a concert on my same day, you know, and feeling the love from my students, and then feeling the love from you, and then feeling the love from the community, and all the things that went into it. It was absolutely incredible because I did not plan on having a concert on my birthday, but it happened to end up being that way, and just some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. So it was.
What was your favorite part?
Um, I don't know. It was so many high moments. So I don't know if I can say a favorite moment. I have snapshots of, different things, doing the concert, doing this, or you and I, hanging out and connecting, or, seeing, just seeing different things that were just beautiful. So
I mean, my favorite part was one your tux. You slayed that tux.
Mhm.
I know you can't say that yourself, but like, listen, we woo, like, looked amazing, killed it, great haircut.
Mhm.
Like, go to my Facebook page, check it out. He looked fine,
Thank
beautiful.
the only
Um,
I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
love the kids getting you that big freaking card. I thought that was fresh.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was sweet. Um, and then because I love to see people love you, that makes me happy. I
Well,
think it's cute.
and I read your Facebook post, and I said that's the way that you honor me is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, I don't deserve it, and I am so thankful for you. Um, and so thank you so much. That was just
Oh,
I don't
you do deserve it though. You make it easy.
so I don't it's the only thing that I was sad about, and which I was sad, is that I miss my daughter.
Yeah.
She's in Tallahassee, so I miss my baby. So it's about time for me to get to Tallahassee because she's up there working, and to see my baby girl. So other than that, I think it was great, and got to heard a singing song from my mama. My brothers reached out,
Mm-hmm.
and thank you for all the Facebook messages, and I will write a Facebook post about it. I just don't know what to say. It's just my feelings are so I just I don't know. So, but I'm thankful for it. So thank you so much.
And Michelle got you amazing cake
Michelle, thank you for the amazing cake. Girl, actually it's in the freezer.
in the freezer.
Yes,
It
yeah.
ain't no wedding cake. What are you
Listen,
doing? You gonna save it till next year? Cause you
no,
have
I'm gonna
another
thaw it
slice
out. Listen, I'm gonna thaw it out and eat it. I ain't trying to let it.
and commemorate.
That cake was delicious
It was pretty.
and pretty good.
I didn't eat it.
I did.
I didn't eat it because it was late when we had cake.
Yeah.
But I mean, I tell you what. Then the next day we decided we're gonna go to Epcot. No, Magic Kingdom and Epcot. And
Hmm.
let me tell you about this girl. I can't hang when I've had a busy day beforehand.
So okay.
I kid you not. I got home day after your birthday.
Hmm.
You dropped me off at what, 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Drop you off. And hair was
What
heading
did you
home.
drop me off at 5 o'clock or did you take me to the grocery store at 5? Either way. I was home by 5:30. It don't really matter.
And she was gone by 7. Right
At
before the.
6:20. At 6:20, you called me.
And you asleep.
Hmm.
And she did not wake up, y'all, till the next morning. It was hilarious. I
Yeah,
was at
at
my
like
place.
7:10.
I was at my place. She was at her place, and she was gone. I doubt what she needed.
Did you call and wake me up?
No, I wasn't gonna bother. After I called you at 6 something, you were asleep. I went home.
No, I mean like, no, you called me from home at 6 something.
Yeah, let you know I made it home. But other than that,
Yeah.
you
No,
were.
but I mean like, it was what? I called you the next morning. It was like, I just woke up and I slept for 13 hours.
I said, yep. I was like, you sure? I said, oh, here we go.
But we did walk around all of Disney, got a walk and taco on Sunday, and then went to Epcot and got your cookie. Oh, you want to tell the story of me and my cookie? Because that's funny.
No, what happened with the cookie?
The story of me and the cookie?
What happened?
When you came upstairs
So,
before you left?
so
Listen, you can tell my fat story. I don't even care.
So, this is what happened, y'all. We're at her house. She has a 2-story home, okay? So I'm downstairs. And I'm doing something, and I just went upstairs to tell her goodbye because I'm heading home. She was sitting on the bed. She had that cookie. It was it was that cookie from Epcot. It was too
It's a gingerbread cookie over in Germany that's got like caramel. It's like a whoopie pie, but it's a soft gingerbread cookie with a caramel swoop.
Uh-huh. You know how if you go walk up to an animal and they're eating, and then they slowly pull their head up and just stare at you like, what do you want? That's the look I got. So I walked in the room. I said, I just want to say goodbye. She said, all I want is just to eat my cookie in peace.
That's I did.
Listen, that's all I wanted. Jeff. I don't want no kids bothering me. I just want a couple minutes to eat my cookie. How about I fell down the steps laughing? That thing was so. She gave me a look like I really just disturbed her world. All I want is a few minutes by myself to eat my cookie.
Said, yeah, because sometimes I don't want to share.
But when you listen, I wish I could have saw it. Her face was so in that cookie. Her face about disappeared. I said, oh, no. He said, you go ahead and eat your cookie. And so,
and I told you shut the door. Like either get in or get out. Don't stand there with the door half open.
I don't want no kids to come in, and I don't want the dog to come in. I said, this girl is a piece of crazy, so I'm leaving out.
Yeah. I ain't crazy. You can't tell me that there ain't a time. Mm-hmm. And listen, it might be different for you. I'm never alone. I'm never alone.
Yeah, you're right. You always got them kids.
Never. Mm-hmm. Ever. So when I am, if it's just the door, mm-hmm. and that's my daggone cookie. Cool. I didn't eat your cake. I got this cookie. Mm-hmm. I wanted the cookie. I didn't want to share the cookie. I didn't want the dog looking at me, asking for a piece of the cookie.
Right.
It was time for me and the cookie. That's all.
Because what happens is when you close your door, and those in podcast land, this is what you'll hear. When she closed her bedroom door, not 2 seconds later.
And it's one of those things, and I know this, I know it. And I pray, Lord, and this is a good segue. Okay. But I sit there and I will pray, I'll be like, Lord, one day I'm going to miss that. So help me find gratefulness in this knocking on my door that there's this little boy on the other side who wants his mama. Although I just want to eat the freaking cookie and I want to break his knuckles sometimes. And you ever have that? Like, have you heard those people and they do gentle parenting? Have you heard of gentle parenting? Mm-mm. Oh my Lord. It's not me. But it's like, if the kid is like taking a fit, okay, mm-hmm. they'll get down on the floor beside them and be like, so what is it that's going on? Does that make you feel better to like push your whatever out, like your feelings out by yelling? Does that help you? If that's what you need to do, that's okay. Or I'm like 3, 2, 1. Pow! Come on. Get it together. I'm not a gentle parent.
Snap, crackle, pop.
I mean, that's not snap, crackle, pop. That's not crazy. That's just I'm not gentle.
Oh, I didn't say you're crazy. Snap, crackle.
That's kind of Rice Krispie. Kind of crazy. But I'll knock you into next week.
Mama, why next week got to come into play?
I mean, I don't know. Mommy and Daddy used to say that. That'd be a pretty hard knock if they made a time machine with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to knock you in the next week. I'm going to knock the teeth out your head.
Why can't be your head, not
Um,
your mouth? I don't get it.
that's what they
My
said.
mother, my mother was
Ask
the,
my mama.
my mother
Go
was
ask
the,
my mama why
my
she
mother
say
was
knock
the,
your teeth out your head. She might knock them teeth out your head if you ask her that.
my mother is the queen of nonverbal. She'll look at you and then she'll verbally say it. That's oh Lord. So, segueing, today's topic is going to be on gratitude. And I know we've probably talked on this topic at some point in the
84
first
times,
season.
probably.
Not 84 times.
I'm just saying, it's always a good topic.
In the first season, we talked about it, but realizing oftentimes when you're at different places in your lives, you find different forms of gratitude. You know, and so we just want to talk about gratitude. And for you, and this hopefully this will inspire folks. Again, we're not coming to you. Again, we've always said it's not experts. We're just
We are not therapists.
listen. We ain't no therapists. We ain't none of that stuff. We just okay experiences. This weekend, I can start myself. I look back over my life, and I have this incredible sense of gratitude. You know, and so I look at it's like I more specific. I looked at this weekend, and I was like, man. And I was looking at the concert and how far we've come. I looked at and I just became grateful. And then I looked at Orlando Choral Society and I thought, look at that growth and just the not only the growth but the beautiful energy that's in that room, and they're working really hard. Just doing and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. I look at the musicians and I'm grateful for that. I look at UCF. Well, I look at my team and I'm grateful for the team and the work that you guys do and how we're actually learning this job together. Everyone's learning together, and we holding each other accountable and I'm grateful for that. Such life lessons that even in sometimes even in the darkest times you cannot see it, sometimes you got to go through stuff to appreciate it more once you have it, you know. And then you look at UCF and I'm looking at starting during COVID and the hard trials of that, and then starting to see the program to start continue, I should say, to ascend, and connecting with those students and taking them to another and preparing them to be teachers when they go out into the world. You look back on the gratitude, understanding gratitude doesn't mean perfection. Everything's,
Mm-hmm.
and gratitude doesn't mean that you're not going to always go through something and you got to reset and relearn and look at. But it makes you lock in to what is going on, and so um that's really beautiful in doing that. And so you look at those different things and you say the spirit of gratitude and how in the world can you figure that, what I'm saying, grow through that. And so when you look at UCF, I see that and I see that and I'm very thankful for that. And then I look at my church job and then I see, okay, where we started and where we are. None of these things are perfect. None of these things are any of that stuff. But it's just the spirit of gratitude that you go through it. So when I look at it, you learn to appreciate the good times when you go through the bad times. But even sometimes in the bad times, you know that trouble don't last always. And sometimes trouble may even come back around. But you have an anchor of gratitude that this too won't last forever. And so that spirit of gratitude is like you're able to embrace it more, be more appreciative of the small things. So what about you?
Um, I agree, but it's. I think that I got a different, I think it, I don't mean it in the way it's going to sound probably, but I
Mhm.
think that it has been more habitual for me for a long time,
Yeah,
being
absolutely.
consciously grateful.
Yeah.
Um, because I consciously am grateful, especially because I'm also a catastrophic thinker. so,
This is accurate.
so
The
it helps me. It helps
wind,
me
the
to be
wind, the wind
grateful.
blows. The house gonna go turn over.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I have, I'm always like, I'm going to be homeless. I'm going to be, um, without transportation.
Right,
I'm
right, right.
always planning, planning, planning.
Mhm.
And a lot of times because I want to overplan, I miss having gratitude in the moment. And if you're grateful for the moment, right? Like,
Mhm.
one of the clearest memories I have ever, and
Mhm.
it's awful, is July 23rd, 2011. I lived in Fredericksburg, Virginia. They had taken Sean out of the house maybe 2 hours previous after he had
Mhm.
died.
Mhm.
And I watched him pull out in the coroner van. And it was hot. It was, Northern Virginia in June. It was hot. And there was not a cloud in the sky. And I
Mhm.
was sitting in my window, like in shock, in my bedroom, because I didn't want to go downstairs. I didn't want to talk to anybody because I couldn't put my head around what was happening. And I looked out and it was so beautiful. And I saw somebody drive by and they were laughing, talking on their cell phone, like somebody in the neighborhood, like down
Mhm.
there. They had no idea what had happened. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right, right,
They're
right,
talking to
right.
whoever on their cell phone and went by the house.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I had the first moment of clarity that, like, first thing I thought was, how in the world are they driving by and smiling?
Yeah.
And then I realized, like, well, they don't know what happened. And then I realized how many times have I went by not knowing what's going on in other people's lives.
Yeah.
And then it turned into a thing of like, I needed to be grateful for the things that are the happy right then. And I remember sitting there thinking, like, will I ever see this as pretty again?
Mhm.
Like, notice that a day is beautiful. And like, not thinking in words because we don't think in words necessarily, right? But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
but I was thinking in words, but not in words. And I thought, like, I just thought it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And it almost gave me a glitter, like a piece of glitter of hope,
Mhm.
maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um, it really, and I have kind of like shoveled with that, 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 um, and use that through all things. And
Mhm.
it's like, hold on one second because I think my dog is about to bark.
Mhm. As we're paused in this commercial break, gratitude in the life of Red and Green, the podcast. And over. Well, almost then.
Okay,
Okay.
he's right here now.
Gotcha.
They're paving my road, and he's not very happy about that.
Mhm.
Brian says that he wants them to stay away. That's what he says. That's what he says. Huh? Is that what you saying? Yeah. He's got his bone now. He's happier fella.
Mhm.
Anyway, and I'm grateful for Brian.
Your work buddy.
You are too. He is my work buddy. But there are things, you know, I know I take a lot of people off because they let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because of my hair, my makeup, that I don't get mad at them. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, poor thing. But, and that I live happy,
Mm-hmm.
like it really makes people mad.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to say that makes me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And it don't affect me, but it does give me like a moment of sadness for people that are that There's no one.
Mm-hmm.
There's people I don't like, but I'm not going to actively pursue them.
Right.
I don't actively go after someone because I'm happy for what I have.
Yeah.
So when I make posts, like, people get mad over social media, and some people will get rid of it, right? Because it's not good for their mental health or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I post a highlight reel. My life's not perfect, but I will publicly say everything I'm grateful for
Mm-hmm.
all day, every day. And I think that that's important, that, we have to start, like, be bold,
Mm-hmm.
boldly grateful, but boldly yourself. Like, don't be, what's the word? I can't think of the word right now, but like, where, like, a partial truth, a watered down version is never worth it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you wanted to go see the kind of okay guy who turned green, that's
Mm-hmm.
not the Incredible Hulk.
Right.
You like that? I just used the Marvel example. You like that? You like that?
Okay.
Nobody'd want to see that. It's not interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're going to do it, do it. If you're
Right.
going to say something, say it. If you're going to believe it, believe it. Take your shoes off, go stand outside ground. Thank the Lord for, the feet. Well, yeah, the feet that you're standing on, but the ground under your feet.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a person that you love, you let them know that you love them and you're grateful for them. If you have someone that you loved and you lost, thank God that you have experienced love.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a way that you can truly live happy. Because people say, you seem so happy. I am so happy. That doesn't mean I don't have problems. That don't mean I don't cry. Like, I don't get upset. I don't have stress. That I have all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm even grateful for those things. Because one, as you said, this too will pass.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I've got the foresight that I know that this will pass. And when I don't have it, I have you who will say to me, Kristie, this is going to pass.
Yeah. It's gonna pass. And what you do is you just keep living, and you live authentically you.
Mm-hmm.
And those people who want to know you will know you because they want to know who you are, not who they think you are or what they've heard they think you are. You know what I'm saying? Just be,
Mm-hmm.
and so you have to go through that. I've thing that I've been struggling with, and I still, I'm getting a lot better at it. I tell you, but you still have those moments that I was always showing gratitude to my mom, always, gratitude to my mother, and those things are still wonderful, and those things are still true. I, but sometimes you also got to show gratitude to also the people that are in your inner circle. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the kids, your work, your friendships.
Mm-hmm.
You have to all relationships has to be cultivated. You have to
Mm-hmm.
cultivate them. Hey, I think this year I went out more to eat with friends this one year than I have probably all the years I can remember. You know what I'm saying?
All the years that you remember combined.
Combine, yeah.
Yeah.
It just, because you have to be intentional with those things. In showing gratitude, you also have to cultivate, if that makes sense to you. You cultivate those relationships to be grateful for them. Oftentimes, I feel,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's like, okay, so Kristie, let's go out to eat with Clay and Mike, or let's go out to see what Mary is doing over here. Let's go out to see what Michelle's and doing over here. What I'm saying? You look at, let's go to this event, let's go to that event. You have to develop those relationships, and in developing those relationships, you become grateful because you realize what you have, and be grateful for those moments. Not, it's not about being, everything's not perfect, but when you learn to have a spirit of gratitude, and I gotta constantly tell myself to have a spirit of gratitude, because oftentimes you can focus on the things that you think you lost, but you realize you gain so much more when you learn to let go.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes the thing you love probably never was supposed to be yours in the first place. And sometimes you have to release. Sometimes you have to lose. Sometimes you have to go through a famine to feast.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to continue to grow and continue to learn. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to go through another famine. It doesn't mean that you're not going to, no one is exempt from anything. Life is undefeated,
You're right.
But in those moments of highs and lows, if you can find a thing of gratitude, and I got to tell myself that, because oftentimes you don't find it. I mean, so oftentimes you don't want to be grateful. You want to be angry. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's perfectly human. But pick yourself up and keep going. You got this.
Yeah. I mean, I think that you nailed it with that. And one thing that I noticed, and this is just a sidebar little tidbit, fun fact, if you will, that I noticed this weekend. I thought I need to bring this up on the podcast
Mm-hmm.
because I think it would help people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're a couple and you can get your other person in your couple on board, and this could work for parents,
Mm-hmm.
parents and kids, whatever. But me and you are two passionate people, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And if we believe something, we believe it all the way.
I mean, for real.
And if I'm right, 99% of the time, that is the hill I'm dying on. If I go through it and I say I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of things that I know I do this 1,000 times worse than, I don't even know if you do this or not. So I know, but for what I see on my end, 1,000 times worse. I'm the type of person who something will happen, and I would shut up, not say anything, let it go, not care, let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And then you might sneeze and step on my foot, and all of a sudden I lose my absolute mind disproportionately because it's 550 things that I didn't talk about.
Right.
And I would say in the past 6 months or so that we have, I don't know if you had told me that or my therapist had told me that. I don't even know where that came from, but said, say it when it happened. I think it was my therapist, honestly.
Yeah, say it when it happened. Yeah.
I think it was, and when things irritate me, a lot of we don't fight anymore.
But even if you did fight,
it wasn't, but I mean, it's not like I don't harbor resentment ever at you right now.
Right.
Like there's not a little piece of some little darkness in my soul. Well, that one time you know what I mean? Because it'd be like, you got the wrong milk. And I know that you're going to say you didn't know, but I texted you the picture. This has never happened, but just as an example.
Yeah.
but and so that irritates me.
Right.
And then you would say, in this example, I'm sorry, I got the wrong milk. If it means that much to you, do you want me to go get new? And then like, well, no, that's dumb. And then it's over with.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it's never an argument. It's just this got on my nerves, this got on my nerves. And you do it back.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it has worked well.
Yeah.
And people should try that.
Try also, but that being said, I will add this. It's also how you speak to people.
Yeah, that's true. Don't be like, you in the moment. Don't scream it. Be calm.
It's triggers. If you yell at somebody, I don't care if you have a great point. people won't listen to you because they're hearing the screaming. They're not hearing what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, and so just sometimes just kind of talk. But there's, like I said, no one's perfect. Sometimes we don't listen, and sometimes I'll sit there and say, you need to process this, take a pause, break, because at the end of the day, if you want to be heard, you also, one, got to be in the emotional state to listen to it. Number two, make sure you don't do any triggers to put up a block.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about the delivery, what I'm saying, and the timing. So yes, you absolutely say how you feel, but make sure that the person can, well, talk.
Yeah.
But this episode was just on gratitude, and we've done it before. But the thing about it in this podcast, oftentimes we'll go revisit a topic if we've grown through, or we're growing through something, realizing certain things, and learning certain things. And yeah.
And edit to add, we still have a bunch of questions from you all that we are going to go through, but they are in a box in your house.
Yeah. So we'll go through that.
And you are at school, but we will do it. I don't know why I sung that whole thing.
I don't know what that. But we hope you enjoyed this podcast. Remember, we got some exciting things coming up. So remember to rate. That's your thing. I don't say
That's
that.
my thing.
Say it.
Stay in your lane.
Listen, I don't park the car. Go right there.
Okay. Remember, rate, review, subscribe. You can find us anywhere where there are podcasts. And we want you to come there and see us. We have been garbage at posting lately, but hey, we're managing life and we will give them to you as quick as we possibly can. Thank you for hanging in there with us. We will see you next time
On Red and Green, the
podcast.
The podcast.
What did you say?
I was about to say the part of the cast, but it didn't come out right.